Hello, my name is Jason McDonald. I am the Bumblebee Product Manager for Biobest North America. Today I will be talking about blueberry and cranberry pollination, and I will also touch a little bit on our production. It all starts with the queen. The queen is removed from hibernation and placed in a rearing cage. These cages are kept in a specifically designed production room. Each hive is fed a portion of pollen when needed. Our bumblebee gurus monitor and take care of these colonies from one single queen all the way until they are ready to go into the field in 10 to 12 weeks. Once the queen is placed into her new home, she will begin to lay eggs. The eggs hatch into larval stages, which are fed by the other adult workers in the colony. The larvae will morph into a pupal stage. In this stage, they do not require any more feeding from their sisters, and about 20 days after the egg has been laid, it will hatch into an adult bee, and that bee will emerge. This process happens over and over and over again until we get a large hive that looks something like this. At the end of the season, this entire base should be filled and the brood will start to build on top of itself. Each hive we produce comes with 250 workers and a healthy queen. If a hive doesn't have a queen, it gets sent out without a queen. Those hives do not perform well in the field. They tend to go and decline very quickly. Now we're going to move on to blueberry and cranberry pollination. Our goal is to help you develop a pollination strategy and help you optimize your yields. By adding bumblebees to your pollination strategy, we can do just that. By solely using honeybees, you are missing an opportunity to add pounds per acre. There are many pros to having honeybees in your field, but there are also a few cons. Honeybees won't forage in temperatures under 55 degrees Fahrenheit. They don't forage in cold cloud cover. They won't forage in drizzle. Honeybees are sometimes hard to come by. Honeybee hives have a nasty little practice of nectar robbing. They prefer other floral compositions over blueberry and cranberry pollen. Honeybees need approximately 6 to 7 visits to pollinate a flower. When you add bumblebees in conjunction to your honeybees, you can mitigate many of these cons, leading to higher yields and a better pollination strategy. The window for pollination is so short on these flowers that a few cloudy days during bloom can make a huge difference in your yield, and that's where bumblebees can help you out. Bumblebees are the most efficient way to pollinate a berry crop because of the flower structure and the bumblebee's ability to buzz pollinate. The vibrating of the bee knocks the pollen off the anthers where it can be moved to the stigma of another flower easily. This is a blueberry flower. The cranberry flower, even though it is different, is very much the same. The pollen still needs to be transferred from the anthers to the stigma. Buzz pollination allows bumblebees to do more work. With more flowers visits per minute, longer foraging trips, and the ability to pollinate your flowers in just one visit, you can see why the bumblebee is the most efficient pollinator that there is. Adding bumblebees to your berry crop, you may see an increase of up to 30% in fruit set and up to 15% in harvestable fruits. Field application for Biobest 4-packs. 4-packs come in a chloroplast box. It's white. It helps regulate the heat. Each 4-pack contains 4 hives, each with a handy little dial on the front that allows you to recapture the bees if a chemical application needs to be made or the hives need to be moved. When placing your 4-packs into a blueberry field, please place them as evenly throughout the field as possible. A checkerboard pattern is the best way to do this. If this is not possible, another option is to place the 4-packs around the perimeter of the field. In this case, we strongly recommend 1 4-pack per pallet. This will spread out the 4-packs and give you as much crop coverage as you can get. In cranberry crops, 4-packs place them around the outside of the marsh. Unlike other crops, it's not possible to place the 4-packs in the middle of the marsh. So placing 1 hive on each pallet in each of these areas becomes more important and increases the pollination coverage of the marsh. In general, bumblebees forage relatively close to the nest. In pollination trials that were observed, most of the bumblebees forage within 165 feet to 350 feet from the nest. That's from Desjardins and Oliveira in 2006. Foraging ranges is directly related to nest densities, food abundance, and foraging competition. So, for example, if your crop has not yet reached full bloom, bumblebees might be seen several hundred feet away from the nest. However, generally, during full bloom, most bumblebees are observed up to that 350 feet away from the hive. Just a quick recap here of the presentation. Bumblebees are the best way to optimize your pollination. Higher fruit sets, more harvestable fruits, better yields, and those equal happy farmers. I've included some interesting studies about blueberries on the next few slides, and then at the end there's some about cranberries. I'm not going to read them all. I've highlighted the ones that I find the most interesting. If you'd like access to this presentation, that's absolutely awesome. We can get you, the area sales reps can send it to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, and have a great season, guys.